So today's topic is supercharging. What is supercharging? Supercharging is a process in which air or the air fuel mixture is supplied to the engine at a pressure higher than ambient. That means whatever pressure is existing around the engine, the pressure at which the air or air fuel mixture is supplied to the engine is at higher pressure. What is the motive of supercharging an engine? Motive is to increase power from the same engine. If we can supply more air fuel mixture to the cylinder for the same volume, more energy can be supplied to it, and if the conversion efficiency is same, so the power will increase. Now what happens? This is, I have drawn an engine. During the suction stroke, this is the inlet valve, this is the exhaust valve. So on the inlet valve there are other, this is air filter, this is air filter. So when the suction stroke starts, the atmospheric air enters the engine because of the pressure difference created due to increase in volume. When the piston moves down, the volume increases and hence the pressure decreases. So the air from atmosphere that flows through the air filter, if it is a petrol engine, then carburetor, through the inlet valve, intake manifold, and then comes to the engine cylinder. So there are so many resistances. So there is a difference of pressure existing between the atmospheric pressure and engine pressure for the air to flow from atmosphere to this. And hence the total, ideally, if we assume that as soon as the piston starts the downward stroke, the air starts coming in, still the maximum quantity of air which can be inhaled by an engine is equal to the displacement volume. That is when the piston moves from top dead center to bottom dead center. So this volume is displacement volume. Displacement volume. And the quantity of air fuel mixture of air which is taken in, the power of the power output of the engine depends upon the quantity of air taken in. This is how the volumetric efficiency is defined. Mass of air actually taken in divided by mass of air equivalent to the displacement volume at the ambient. So displacement volume at the ambient means atmospheric. If the air supplied to the engine is at a higher pressure or density than the ambient, then definitely the mass of air which is equivalent to the displacement volume at ambient will be greater in case of a supercharged engine, and hence if more charge or more air is taken in, more heat can be added to the engine and thus power output can be increased. So this is the whole motive of a supercharging process. So again let me define, it is a process in which air fuel mixture is supplied to the engine at a pressure higher than ambient. So when the pressure is higher than the ambient, and in the definition mass of air equivalent to displacement volume at ambient, so if the intake air density is more than the ambient, then definitely this mass of air equivalent to displacement volume will be greater, will be much greater, and this mass of air actually taken in will be much greater than the displacement volume when the air is taken from ambient pressure. If it is the mass of air actually taken in is at higher pressure, then this will be much more than this displacement volume, and hence for a supercharged engine the term volumetric efficiency is redundant. That is, volumetric efficiency cannot be defined because this ratio will be greater than 1. Mass of air actually taken in will be much greater than the mass of air equivalent to displacement volume at ambient. Hence the term volumetric efficiency is redundant in case of a supercharged engine. It is valid only for a naturally aspirated engine. So let us see how the PV diagram, let us understand the whole concept with the help of a PV diagram. Let us consider these two PV diagrams. It is for a naturally aspirated engine, and this is for a supercharged engine. Here, this loop is negative. That is, this is for the exhaust stroke when the exhaust gases are to be expelled from the engine cylinder, and this is during intake. Some pressure needs to be, the pressure during the intake is lower than the atmospheric or ambient pressure, so that the air rushes in. So this loop is negative because the work required to force the exhaust gases out. This is for the exhaust stroke. This is the mechanical cycle. So the work required to force the exhaust gases out, this curve is above the curve where the gases are, air fuel mixture is coming in due to pressure difference. But here if you see the supply, the air fuel mixture of air is supplied at a pressure. This is the exhaust pressure and this is the intake pressure. So here the pressure is higher than the exhaust pressure, so this loop is positive and hence it adds to the net work of the cycle. Of course, some work is required to compress the air or air fuel mixture, and that would definitely be greater than this, but the difference will be less and will be compensated by the quantity of more fuel which can be added to the engine, and hence more power can be obtained. So this is the, you just see 1, 2, 3, 4 from 0 to 1, it is during the suction stroke, the pressure is below atmospheric, then this is compression 1 to 2, then 2 to 3 power heat addition, then 3 to 4 expansion, then 4 to 1 sudden due to opening of exhaust valve the pressure drops, and to force the exhaust gases out, this is the curve, this is how the exhaust gases are forced out of the engine. So this curve is above this, so this loop is negative, that is the work done required to push the gases out is more than the work done which the intake air is doing on the piston during the suction stroke. But here the compressed air is supplied to the engine from here to here, it is at a pressure higher than exhaust. So 0 to 1 is suction, 1 to 2 again compression, then 2 to 3 heat addition, 3 to 4 expansion stroke, then 4 to 1 again exhaust valve opens and gases rush out, and these are at a pressure, so these are forced out at this pressure. So this loop is positive, that is the air or air fuel mixture which is taken in at a pressure is higher than the pressure of exhaust, so this is the positive loop. In a separate, one must understand that some work is required to compress the air before it is given to the engine cylinder, and that work is definitely more than this, but due to addition of more air in the engine, more fuel can be supplied to the engine, and hence work output can be increased.